Hi, this is just out of the shower, Jane. Um, Remembering the main insight that I didn't mention in the earlier videos. Um, so it is about, this is day 39, part 3, I guess. So it's about that, so the boy Mowgli in the Jungle Book, he doesn't have, he doesn't belong to any group, right? He doesn't belong to a certain pack, and he has his own way of doing things, and so it's like the boy who had no family, right? No place of his own, kind of connects the world, like brings everyone in the jungle together. And this really spoke to me because this is my whole thing about like being able to be unique and completely yourself while also belonging. And actually that's like the only way to belong, because it's like for Mowgli, when he tried to be like a wolf or like the bear or whatever, it kind of didn't work out. It's like the balance was never able to be sustained, because he wasn't being who he was meant to be. And yeah, for me, I just love this idea of like, I've never, like, I can kind of relate to almost, I mean, to anyone. And I started to see this as a fault. And, you know, like, I wanted to have a stronger identity. I felt like it was like a weakness. I wanted to belong, you know? And then later, much, much later, I finally was like, oh, this is my strength, that I, you know, that I can relate to like every religion but can't choose one, that I can like do tons of meditation practices but not really feel like one is like it. And I mean, I feel that way about friends, I feel that way about places to live, and just to see, right, like for me it's been the hardest thing in the, it's been my constant question, like the search for like what's my meaning in life, what's my purpose. And kind of how funny and ironic that that is what I'm here for, right? To help other people kind of recognize who they really are, remember, and to help them feel like they're, help them know that they belong. As I continue to fumble along and try to keep reminding myself. Also, just an interesting point. So the philosophy, the joy of life painting I talked about, I learned about the painting for the first time in a class called the philosophy of beauty, where we were looking at like the metaphysics of beauty, what really makes something beautiful. Because yes, beauty is subjective, but at the same time, you know, there's all kinds of tests, like where there are universal, there's a universal agreement, from like infants on to kind of things that make people feel good or smile or that people respond to. So what are those elements? And I just thought it was ironic and or perfect that, you know, we're breaking down something called like the joy of life, an art piece that's about like freedom and sensuality in a college classroom, like writing papers and stuff. And what we found in the analysis of the philosophy of beauty was, there was always this duality, right? It's like we want variety, like novelty, but we also want symmetry and order and harmony. And almost every, all these like different factors that kind of went into beauty had that kind of duality. And just even, you know, so again, appreciating the like that, just trying to love both and everything. Like, yes, it's ironic and funny that I was, writing papers about beauty, but at the same time, I wouldn't have learned about this painting if it hadn't been for that class, or a museum, just this most stiff and kind of all the structures that I'd rather just, part of me just wants to have gone because I want to live in the jungle. Um, you know, they they all have a place for me in terms of knowing myself more deeply, or and yeah, just that belonging is being at home, like in yourself, and that self has got to include the whole world. So